Hello everyone, my name is Denise. Welcome to my presentation on the emergence of lifestyle medicine. My journey in lifestyle medicine started in 1981 when I was a student nurse in Brisbane. I was fortunate to be introduced to the idea of managing my health to prevent illness at the young age of 18. I had read a book titled Diet for a Small Planet, which spoke of the problems to come as the human population increased and resources were stretched to the limits to provide for us. I decided that I wanted a different, better, healthier future for myself and my family. So tonight we will take a brief look at the history of disease, the impact these diseases have had on humanity, and the emergence of lifestyle medicine as an answer to the health problems facing us. Okay, so this next slide is Hippocrates. Hippocrates was born 2,500 years ago in ancient Greece, and he established the first intellectual school devoted to teaching medicine. In his teachings, he taught that there is a complex web of interconnections that influence our health and well-being. He focused on nutrition, and he also believed strongly that doctors needed to take on the role of teacher and show their patients how to prevent ill health. While Hippocrates had a simplistic way of looking at health and illness, he was way ahead of his time, which we will see. So this is a picture of Dr. Jonas Salk. He was a leading scientist physician who would change the health outcomes of millions of people.
Next
Slide. This is the picture of Dr. Jonas Salk, and he was a leading scientist physician who would change the health outcomes of millions of people across the globe by creating the first polio vaccine. Polio caused devastating disability and death worldwide for millions of people, and it was not completely eradicated until the 1970s in America and was still present in China and other developing nations only 20 years ago. And so that's well within our lifetimes. Well, it's within my lifetime. So Dr. Salk used the scientific method to create his vaccine, the same method that we use today in evidence-based medicine, that is the foundation of lifestyle medicine. So we have here a bar chart showing the crude death rate for infectious diseases. And as you can see, it's a very rapid fall that we have got in the last 100 years. There's been a steady drop in mortality from infectious diseases over several generations. And as a result of improved living conditions, advancements in public health, medical interventions have improved life expectancy since the 1920s. Okay. And this pie chart here, or two pie charts, I should say, we can see that the causes of death, as depicted in these pie charts, show that there's a rise. There has been a considerable rise in non-infective diseases, such as diseases of affluence that have started to wipe away our progress. So we're now experiencing a disharmony between the medical community and also the general public due to the spread of anti-vaccination disinformation. So while we've made progress in the treatment of infectious diseases, we're falling backwards again because now we've lost the faith of the general public. And so there's now a real threat that diseases such as polio could return due to many parents failing to immunize their children. And we also have the other issue of a population that is generally in very poor health and low immunity. So while leading causes of death have changed dramatically in the last 100 years, poor lifestyle habits combined with non-compliance with vaccines is just going to wipe all our progress away. So we can see this in the non-adherence of the population to the four pillars of health, which is healthy eating, active living, healthy weight, and emotional resilience. So I've just got to charge my phone there. And less than 50% of the population has a healthy weight. and less than 50% has a healthy diet. So most people in developed nations are not practicing healthy habits, which is heading us for a lot of degenerative diseases. In actual fact, we're already facing all of these degenerative diseases, but they're going to get much worse. So we can see here that obesity is one of many degenerative diseases, and yet it's like the canary in the coal mine. It's frequently is a precursor to developing other medical issues, and these health issues are not experienced in isolation. And many patients, they have multiple comorbidities. As a result of the failure to address these issues of lifestyles, what we're seeing now is that advanced nations, influenced by their Western lifestyle and greater affluence, are in the middle of a health crisis. Countries such as China are not unaffected. And for example, in China, 1 in 5 children is obese. And what's even more shocking when you consider that in 1995, it's like less than 25 years ago, that number was only 1 out of 20 children. So that's been a rapid increase. So much of this has to do with the rising income levels, fueling unhealthy eating habits and easy food availability, because a lot of the obesity is in children in cities. 80% of these diseases are preventable by adopting healthy lifestyle practices. So obesity is no longer a particular country's problem. It's a growing health crisis affecting people worldwide. In combination with a pandemic like COVID-19, we're in serious trouble. So the experiences of obesity in Western nations should serve as a warning and a model of what is going to come for developing countries such as China. Since these diseases are preventable, we can do something about them. So this picture here this slide here would be more humorous if it were not a clearer picture of the problems that we face as members of the health profession. Chronic diseases are presently the leading cause of morbidity and mortality. They are also a significant drain on a society of finances, and they act as a heavyweight, preventing humanity from reaching our full potential. So yeah, it'd be funny, but it's not. Sorry, I'm laughing, but I shouldn't. Because it really does feel like that sometimes. The medical community needs ways to work more closely with the community to help promote healthy lifestyle choices in order to succeed in achieving our collective health goals. So we need to work much more collaboratively on many levels, actually. So this next slide here, we're going to have a quick look at what is lifestyle medicine. Okay, so we've known for many years now that genes aren't the determining factor for our health. It's our lifestyle that plays the most significant role. According to a study on inflammation, 80% of the population wants to live in a better state of health, but is confused, does not know how to achieve it. The emergence of lifestyle medicine as a discipline, incorporating many other fields, is a very effective way to take charge of our health and the health of our patients. Remember, this is going back to what Hippocrates taught. So lifestyle medicine promotes the medical professional's role in assisting patients in making their current lifestyles better. And lifestyle medicine has been put forward as a concept by adherents of Hippocrates for many, many years. So where can we see an example of people who have benefited from living a life according to the principles of good health as promoted by lifestyle medicine and envisaged by Hippocrates? Let us look at the blue zones. See, blue zones, blue hair, blue zones. I always love telling my students that. So we have a lovely, very colourful photo here. The people in these blue zones, these are the 5 areas that are designated as being the blue zones. And the people in these blue zones, they have lifestyles that are very active. They move daily, they don't pump iron, they don't go to the gym, they don't need to because their lives revolve around regular activity. So, for example, in Japan, they sit on the floor multiple times a day and constantly move up and down, squat, do gardening, etc. instead of driving a car, they ride a bicycle, they walk to the grocery store, sometimes several times a day, and they live quiet lives. They do their yard work, they fix things by hand, they have crafts, they make in-person visits to their friends' houses, cook dinner for each other, I guess, and they chat person to person. They don't spend all their time on social media. When they do physical activity, they choose something that they enjoy and that they can share with someone else. And the people in the blue zones, they love their community and they cherish social time with their loved ones. There's a whole lot more. They eat for experience rather than flavor. And it's clear that they live a long time because they're enjoying their lives. Okay, so the next slide we're having a look at is in the last 8 years, we've seen a coming together of medical professionals promoting the idea of using lifestyle to prevent and manage health issues that are causing such widespread suffering. Some of these associations, which you can see on the screen, that's not all of them by a long shot. There's something like 30 plus countries that have lifestyle medicine associations. They have similar objectives to promote the 6 pillars of good health that have been practiced by the people in the blue zones and which were fundamental teachings of Hippocrates. So the associations are dedicated to the promotion of the principles of lifestyle medicine, and they are an important part of working to gain public acceptance of the principles of lifestyle medicine in daily life. So this is a very important factor because we're building the trust back into the relationship. There's been a huge separation and great deal of suspicion towards the scientific model of medical management. And as a result, we're seeing the rise of a lot of alternative health choices which are not based in evidence-based medicine. And so now what we're doing is we're creating an association or a philosophy to bring all aspects of that together to work in conjunction with the client, to help them, the patient, to help them to have healthier lives. And we're going to have a look at a couple of people from China, key players in China. This is Dr. Shuja. Just going to look at my notes here, even though I know Dr. Shuja quite well. Dr. Shuja is very famous in vegan and plant-based circles. He is very closely connected to the PCRM and Dr. Neil Bernard. He is a lovely man. He goes around China and he promotes his online group, which is 21-day program, and also his book called Drugless Medicine. So he, in a space of 6 years, he's given over 1,000 lectures on how to live drug-free using lifestyle medicine. So he has changed the lives of many Chinese people. And his presentations are very popular with the common people and also with health professionals. He has a very loyal following, and several volunteers assist him in running his 21-day vegan challenge and also running his online talk show, of which I have appeared on. He has presented 3 times in Ningbo, and 2 of which were as our guest in 2019. So we consider Shuja a significant player in lifestyle medicine and in China, and a friend to essential wellness and Ningbo. So our next key and influential player in lifestyle medicine in China is Dr. Ma Xin, or Xin Ma. He is a native of China who's currently resident in Houston, Texas. He is the Secretary General of the Chinese Lifestyle Medical Association and head of the Houston Wellness Clinic. The Chinese Medicine Association is committed, like all others, to expand the influence of the society and promote lifestyle medicine for all in Chinese-speaking countries. So he's got a WeChat group and a TikTok group, and he's very active on social media. He's currently working very hard to promote the certification of the CSLM. And as of December, a total of 8 members have received the International Lifestyle Medicine Specialist Certification. So his efforts to promote lifestyle medicine in China is starting to gain traction. We believe that China will show a great deal of growth in this area in the next 10 years. And in conclusion, we are going to look at the last, whoops, it's lost traction here. Okay, so the last slide we've got here is we can see how as a part of community, we have people, and our health and lifestyle medicine it's all included. We can't separate it from each other. So just to finish off here, I'll point out that the greatest medicine of all is teaching people how not to need it. And one last slide. And we are one of the institutions that is doing that. So thank you very much for being here for my presentation.